What's life been like in California under the reign of Gavin Newsom for you, your church, and your friends and family?
Well, it's really sad to say here we are, the fourth richest economy. I mean, seriously, if we were a nation, it would be under United States, China would be number two, Germany would be number three, we'd be number four, ahead of Japan, ahead of India's rising. But we're last in everything. We're last as far as, let's say, we used to have the number one school. California was number one, but we're 48th out of 50 in test scores now. We're number one in the homeless situation. We have the largest homeless, 187,000. Half of the nation's homeless live in California because of our social services. We spend 5 billion a year on the homeless, 24 billion the last 5 years, and it's increased by 40%. We're the highest in the taxes. We pay the highest taxes, highest electricity bill. We pay the highest gas prices. And what's crazy is because our wealth is so enormous. If we just had one county, Kern County, we produce more crude oil and natural gas in Kern County than the state of Texas, and yet none of them are open because under Biden and Newsom, all the wells were shut down. We're importing now 62%.
So
And what's the
stupid.
rationale? Well, we want to have clean atmosphere. It's the extreme climate change, environmental hijacking of our economy. And so others can pollute, but we're not going to. And so we just import the gas, and we need gas. I mean, we're 30 million gallons of uh, gas use every day by the 40 million people who live in California. We consume the number one jet fuel. I just flew in from Brazil, and with all um, the planes from San Francisco, Los Angeles, San Diego, Sacramento, we're the number one jet fuel consumer, and we need the heavy crude oil that we produce in California, and yet we have to import 62%, pay the highest prices because of really the spirit of stupidity is on
Yes.
our state. It's just, it makes no sense. And so when I'm governor, I'm going to just remove the regulations of these extreme environmental laws and just say as an emergency executive order, we need gas prices to drop because 35% of Californians are now living in poverty. So just look at the metrics. We're the wealthiest state, and yet 35% of Californians are living in poverty. We've already had over 1 million people leave California. They cannot afford California.
Yeah.
And so this has been all under the watch of Newsom. Crime is soaring. We're number one crime because we passed a stupid law called Proposition 47 11 years ago, making a felony into a misdemeanor. So literally, you could take your iPhone with you to a grocery store or CVS or Walmart and steal up to 950. And as long as it's under 950, it is a misdemeanor, and they're not going to arrest you for misdemeanors because the courts are flooded with misdemeanor courts. They just want to focus on felony courts cases, and as a result of that, he also closed down 4 penitentiaries. The thing about all the prisons that were holding felony criminals, because their charges were dropped to misdemeanor, it was retroactive, and they were released.
Gosh.
And that's why we have the homeless problem. They're all drug addicts, drug pushers that were now misdemeanors, and they are now on the streets. And that's why homelessness has increased by 40%. It is absolutely gross. You cannot walk through LA, San Francisco without stepping on human feces. And just, and one out of every day, we have 7 people dying on the streets. It's killing the people. And it's just, again, the culture of death is here in California, not the culture of life,
Yeah.
with abortion, with transgenderism, the radical transgender indoctrination, and it's in California, men can still play in women's sports, as a transgender.